Lord, have mercy.
I keep pausing like I do. I keep pausing like I do. I keep pausing like I do. I keep pausing like you do. All these love energies, you can get up in between. You're trying to get a piece of me. I can teach you the perfect. Why you looking at me like anybody you know? Try to get back out the way that you be on your knees. You like got it. Oh, you make me this body. He say he like that lovey. He's so goofy, call me daddy. He goes stupid, he go daffy. Introduce me to his pappy. He can never live without me. I'm so real, I never capping. If he got it like that, I can take it back. Cause my
What is so big, word? Lord, have mercy.
I keep pausing like I do. I keep pausing like I do. I keep pausing like I do. I keep pausing like you do. All these love energies, you can get up in between. You're trying to get a piece of me. I can teach.
Oh, hello. How are you guys doing? Did y'all watch Strong? Because we did. We watched it. We watched it. And if you watched it too, and you want somebody to talk about it with, you are in the right place. Be sure to hit that like button in the process. Be sure to show some love in the chat down below and let us know what you think about our commentary. Ashley, did you watch Strong? And how are you doing today?
Well, I wouldn't be here if I hadn't watched it. I watched it yesterday, so it's fresh on my mind, ready to talk about it. But no, I'm having an amazing day. I feel great. And I'm ready to hear your thoughts on this Lynn Whitfield extravaganza. I'm ready.
Well, hit the like button. I am here because sometimes we have every bit of thought to watch something. We have intentions on talking about it. And then after we watch it, it's like, you know what? I'm not sure whether or not I have the most commentary to offer that. Not in a positive way that I would want to. I'm biased. When it's Black stuff, I want to have nice stuff to say about it. And sometimes when I don't feel like I have the best constructive conversation to wrap my mind around as far as commentary, I skip it. Okay, I skip it, and God bless it. But since this dropped, I can't speak for Ashley because I don't know. It's been a whole lot of Tyra, can you talk about Strong? Excuse me, y'all gonna talk about Strong? So where's Strong? You gonna tell us like, well, I mean, we were never, too many people to ignore you guys, so we're here. I watched Strong, and my overall thoughts are, I could have had a V8. I could have robbed in the situation. I could have had a V8. I could have not watched it and continued on my day. I don't like watching films where I feel like time, talent, prospects, the premise, execution could have been better. And I don't want to talk about my people. I'm not sure we're going to go down the slides like we always do, but I cannot promise you that I have great things to say. Ashley, overall thoughts?
So I was hedging my expectations going into it because Tyra watched it in the collective with some of the Discord, with some of the family over there. And I wasn't able to watch it. She did a double feature, and I think I cut out on the first movie and never made it back for the second one. And so I missed it. I was moving and all the things. And so finally yesterday I sat down and I watched it. And if I can be honest with you, Tyra, I thought the makings of like the first act, like getting up to a point, I was like, this would have made a really good rom-com. Like, I just thought the meet cute in the diner, everybody was lit well. Like, it was, the cinematography, the music choices. Like, if a man orders me Nat King Cole on a little jukebox, I mean, I'm overly going as well. So I thought that was really cute setup. And I was like, why does she hate? Like, what am I missing? And then we got over to where we got to. And I said, well, choices were made. Now here's the thing, and why I think I had fun with this and didn't really take it too seriously, because I had read that this was produced by Tyler Perry and then Blumhouse, and it's like their first meeting of the minds. And me being newer to the horror space, I've learned over time horror never really has a ton of subtext. Like, it's normally like, girl, some of the horror that I've watched in my recent, hasn't had a lot. So I was like, okay, what I will say, I wasn't mad at it. What I really wish would have happened is that we would have gotten background on some of the things that they very quickly dumped in our lap all of a sudden. Like, I hate my grandchild. I don't give a damn that they were there. Her man was the help. Even though he was rich, he was the help. And I don't even own these people. I wish I would have gotten more into the diabolical nature of Lynn Whitfield. Like, I just feel like there were areas of opportunity, but overall it was fine. Did it need to be 2 hours? No. But I wasn't mad at all of it, Tyra. I wasn't. And I think there's things to talk about.
I'm glad you got something for it. I don't have a damn thing for this film. Thank you guys so much for the jewels in the chat. Definitely appreciate that. I will tell you this before we even got here, and I was just looking, I didn't know that this was a Tyler Perry on that beat. I did not know. But for whatever reason in my spirit, when I was describing it to other people, I said it's like if Tyler Perry does horror. And I was just saying that. I swear I didn't know. I swear I had no clue. But when I went to, get my, I said, oh, it all makes sense now. It's all coming together. I came over here, not just for the cast, because when you see Lynn Whitfield, you're going to come over. I saw Malcolm D. Lee. That's what I saw. That's what they were promoting. Malcolm D. Lee presents Strung. Malcolm D. Lee over here on Peacock. Like, I was like, okay. Now, Malcolm has been in the game for a minute. He has done, several projects, but his claim to fame is definitely Girls Trip succeeded everything. I think that's his most successful film, but we all know him for The Best Man Holiday, the Best Man, spinoff, episodic series situation. And that's his bread and butter. That's what I go to for. But I fear that that's all we got. That's all we got. Now, granted, he did not write this movie. Tyler Perry is over there. As far as production, but this Alan McElroy, I was like, let me go see who that is. This person is on maybe the horror side of things, but it's more like, to be like, yeah, you directed and wrote, Michael Myers Revenge Halloween Part 7. That was way down the line in the franchise, but they did have someone who is familiar with horror at the helm of the writing, if that makes anybody feel better. But I'm mad, Malcolm, because I expected more from you. I expected more. I do not care. I don't want you to put your name on nothing because I'm mad. I don't want you to put your name on anything that you know damn well you shouldn't be standing behind. If I see you and I see early, up and comer Chloe Bailey, it wasn't even Chloe because it was Lynn Whitfield. You brought Lynn over here for this. And I'm sick of y'all bringing Lynn over to play the same tired-ass character. And then y'all didn't even let her revel in it here, okay? But the draw for me was Malcolm D. Lee. Ashley, when you heard about this film and you saw it, did you just see Chloe or did you also see that Malcolm D. Lee was attached? And did you expect more because his name is on it?
Well, girl, I didn't see this on my own. And initially, DeMarcus, I think, had told us months ago, are y'all watching Strung? Like everything black DeMarcus knows and is the authority on. And he, I think, had inboxed us on Instagram like, hey, this coming out. Are y'all going to be reviewing it? Are you going to be talking about it? So until then, I really had no idea. And I really hadn't looked it up. I watched Best Man for the first time with y'all. Like last year, all the way through. Never seen Girls Trip. I've seen a clip of it where somebody had a really big schlong, and that's about all I knew of that. After watching The Best Man, I said, okay, like fully getting into it in the characters. I'm like, okay, and then I watched the spinoff on Peacock as well, and I said, well, he's capable. Yeah, like he's capable of telling our stories, Black stories, and everyone typically looks really, really good in his stuff. The stories flow. It's all of that. But honestly, I didn't really have any expectations going into this. Whenever we get off into that horror lane, my expectations are low, girl. Unless it's Mike Flanagan, it's low for me. It's low.
You know why it can't be? It can't be. Even though you knew here to horror, I'm gonna let you make it because you knew. Because there's some nuance in horror. This can't be new. Malcolm, I'm disappointed. I'm going to come back to you later. But did we not just have a ball because this was
Housewives.
not, like you said, thank you, DeMarcus, for keeping us on our toes all the time. I said, baby, we just watched this. Join the collective Discord if you haven't, because we be in there watching stuff. On a late day, I was like, hey, let's just throw on Housemaid. Let's see what's up. We had a good time. Same 2 hours, have you? And then watching Strung, I was like, why does this feel so familiar? This feels very, I was like, oh, we just watched the same exact premise, damn near to a T, over there with Sydney Sweeney. And I was trying to think about what would put one over the other and why I had such a good time with one that was very, very, psychological thriller, really out there as far as the dynamics. Like, baby, the way that we were zany, campy, wacky, unserious all at the same time, it was so fun though. And I was like, why can I have fun with this and not the other? It didn't come together. The way that Housemaid could be so silly, and the way that even in the lead, I love Sydney Sweeney, but girl, we're going to lead with titties first and we're going to act afterwards. And if anybody was over there watching, I'm so sorry. Sorry to this man. Sorry to this man. Sorry to this woman. Chloe could not act for shit. That took me out of the movie immediately. It took me out. I'm so sorry. But she couldn't act. Sydney often cannot act either. But as far as the execution, storytelling, the writing, hell, even character development, if you want to put it there, and leaving me in suspense of wanting more and holding my attention for a 2-hour span of time. Hell, maybe even one more, because I think we left off of this one with the prospects of a part 2 as well. It still was cooking. This was like Housemaid, but black. I can't speak to which one came first, who wrote who's first. They're very close together. I really don't care. But if this could hold it, I feel like the other one should have been able to also, and it just didn't. So Ashley, as you were saying about how the expectations and I wouldn't in horror and you was kikiing and cacaing all in that collective when we were watching Housemaid. You had a wonderful time.
Housemaid was totally different. We had fun over there with Housemaid, but here's why. And I think like book to series adaptations makes a difference because we do have a ton of source material. And Frida McFadden, whatever the author, she's out here doing her biggest one. She's going to write the things. But here's the major difference for me. Outside of Housemaid was white, this is black. We got a fully developed narrative in terms of what the motivations were. Although the switch did happen fairly quickly in that movie, we understood it. When it all unraveled, we got detailed explanations as to why everyone was who they are. The switch at the end with our girl Sydney being that one you don't really want to mess with. Everything worked out how it was supposed to. I fear over here in Strung, it felt like an afterthought. To me, the twist felt like an afterthought and it really didn't resonate. And by the end of it, I was like, okay, the next one is going to be like Is God Is Part 2. Because I'm like, it really didn't feel, and I don't want to say uninspired because they were inspired by something, but I really feel like Housemaid had a very well-developed narrative and this one, not so much. Also, we had Amanda Seyfried over there who I think killed it in that role. And I think she carried a lot of it. We had Lynn over here who would have been capable of doing the same, but I don't feel like she was given full room to breathe with her villainy, because we know she can go all the way over there. I feel like it could have been 10 times worse. We could have been getting drops and hints of it throughout, not just all of a sudden we wake up one morning and she's Cruella de Vil. Like that's the difference. But I mean, I messaged you and I was like, okay, so this literally is Housemaid. this literally is a setup. It's a scheme set up by Todd. Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty close premise. I just wanted to check for anybody who was like, well, you should have your expectations low. Like as soon as it comes to us, we supposed to set the bar in hell. And I'm just not going to. I'm not. Thank you so much, Swank Fan, for the super chat. Hi, everyone. Hello. Because I'm like, we can be just as wacky, zany. Because baby, Housemaid was over there.
We had fun.
It was otherworldly. Many parts of Housemaids was surreal. We were extra hypersexual. We were all over there about city and titties like we always are. And it worked. And I'm like, it's just about the writing and the execution and where you choose to like leave focus and who you choose to make the center of the narrative and the actors and their capabilities. You have to make sure you're allowing certain people to shine where other people may not. And here, it just did not collectively come together for me. But let's just start with where we needed to leave some weight. Cause who is Layla? We don't know. We don't know. I am not a fan of putting together my own context clues as far as who our lead is and what her plight is. Based off of the beginning, which I really thought was a dream sequence. It wasn't. Parts of it was, but her, the vision of who's her baby sister, who we of course eventually realized she had an allergic reaction and she passed on, and this is this guilt-ridden notion that she's having, and why she's having a hiccup as a violinist at all, and why she can't perform. That's weighing on her shoulders. We just not having a good time, Hoppo. Then we go down to the bar, the diner, wherever the hell we are. Not many words are exchanged. Just real, yeah, you owe me. Then we in the bed. I said, damn, Chloe, we just met y'all day. The interest for us to really get into the setup, because this was already a scheme that Ty set up to come to you with the bullshit, and we didn't even know. We didn't know who she was to really care. I feel like we really should have focused more on executing and elevating her character, having us care about her overcoming the incident that happened with the sister, and it's why her music, or she's suffering internally and she's not progressing and she's just stifled. And this is why we would just be so desperate, or in a way to want to take a job to where we're a tutor slash maid slash servant, because baby, they had her doing everything over there down at the house, but we just kind of jump that and just get right into us easing our pain with a little hookup down from boo that we met at the diner that we probably won't ever see again. It was cute, spicy, whatever, if you want to say that. But did we know who Layla was? Nope. Ashley?
This was the thing. Like I said, I feel like I think the first portion was the dream, her playing and then her fingers breaking down and the sister and the thing. Yeah. Okay. And then we go quickly into reality and she's living in a broom closet. We almost got you living in this broom closet, sister. You're not making real money yet. That's okay. So she's a struggling artist. And so now I'm building her up in my mind. Coco's a hot girl. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. We're going out tonight. You're going to get some ding-a-ling. We're going to have a good time. And her being like, no. So I said, okay. So she's somewhat sheltered. She's reserved. She don't have time for no men, no boys. She, exits the club stage left. Coco's there having a good time. I'm going to the diner and I'm going to work on my composition, because I'm going to write the thing and audition to go to wherever she was going to go. And I said, okay, she's focused. She's here. She's playing the song on the jukebox. He responds in song on the jukebox. She said, I got another one for you. Eyes lock. He kind of fine, a little short, but kind of fine. Walks on over. I said, oh, this is a meet cute. I said, oh, is this this is supposed to be horror? I was like, this isn't horror. This is, we're figuring out. And then we get to, usually I don't do this, but for you, this one night, the hotel looks 5 stars. That's what she said. I usually don't do this.
I'll break them off with a little preview of the remix.
Yeah, the hotel looks 5 stars. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to let you bend me over backwards. I thought the love scene looked great. I liked the lighting of it. It gave belly kind of, right? With the blue light. We added a little pink for, some things. But outside of that, we have, again, images of a person we know that she lost and maybe feels some guilt for. We have, she's supposed to be sheltered and she's supposed to be really focused on this dream, right? She's doing what it takes.
Getting sheltered.
Because I felt like when her not going out initially, I felt like later that kind of shifted, but we could tell. I think they were trying to tell us this is not something that she normally does.
See, now there you go. You always going to try to help
this
people.
Is in my mind as I'm watching. I'm trying to help, right? And so we get over here and I say, okay. But outside of those context clues that I feel like I pieced together, no, I don't feel like it was long enough for me to really have a vested interest in who she was in the dream. Maybe if I had saw her working at this dream night and day, and that's why she's living in this broom closet, that would have helped me understand why she took this job when every red flag in the world was right there. But outside of that, I don't know. And I don't know why you feel guilty. And I don't know why you don't live on your own. And I don't know why you were willing to sleep with this man that you met in the diner because he put a little milk in your hot chocolate. I don't know, Tyra. And I would have liked to. I would have liked to because Chloe looked amazing. She looked good, moisturized.
That's what I hate. Right. Like, Chloe looks so thick and so juicy. She looks so good. But I feel like she was here just for her body, and I was not a fan. Like, she gonna pop puss on a good day, which I love, girl. Yes, but this was a moment to, if you're gonna bring Chloe here and really try to expand her gifts, because she's been in the acting realm for quite some time, like since the beginning. I think that since the beginning of their career,
Disney? Are they Disney? Nickelodeon?
Yeah. Like maybe not so much like deep Disney, but like guest starring. Okay. I think Chloe's first, what I remember, I think her first role was like Fighting Temptation, but I know them from like Grownish as far as like really acting on a regular basis. But she's been acting for a while to kind of zero in on what it is to act. And I don't know if things were rushed here. It was very Tyler Perry. You know, Tyler, you gonna get 2 weeks at best to make a whole feature-length film. We got one take, whatever you do in that one take, you have to go. And some actors, actresses who are, you know, still developing, they need more time than that. And I feel like Chloe needed more time. And the fact that we didn't, it is showing all throughout this film. And I was laughing at her and I didn't want to be. I did not want to be. But Coco Jones is here. Now, Coco Jones is a baby of Disney. And the way I am so sick and tired of the horror movie trope or just the Black best friend living vicariously through the lead trope, I'm sick of it. Coco Jones, okay. I'm not here to mix too much of anything. I was like, Coco Show could have been the lead. Coco Show could have been the lead. I feel like we pushed Chloe out into a role to carry a film, and maybe she wasn't just ready for that much just yet. And then you have Coco here just as naturally as she wants to be. Because at first I thought like, oh, because I didn't even know Coco Jones was in the movie. I was like, oh, we're going to have Chloe in a role that's centered around her musicality. And I thought she was going to be a vocalist. So I was like, yeah, the vocal, you know, and then I was like, oh, you're a whole, that's obsolete. You're you know, violinist and you're teaching music. You're not singing at all. So it was really, you know, acting capability. So I was like, oh, Coco was great here. You know, it's Jasmine. They don't give you a whole lot to do. It's like, girl, what? Girl, you better get it. Mm-hmm. It's the same old, same. It is. I say,
what she say?
Girl, what? Oh, girl, yes, dick. Mm-hmm. It's the same. It's the same every time. It's like, you know, girl, you better work there. What? Like, do I want to see other stuff? They keep letting them do the same thing. They have the best friend. Actually, leave me alone.
It tickled me. She said, girl,
I'm telling you, that you always have to have the sassy, you know, black best friend who lives vicariously through you. I'm so glad that she wasn't dead, because they love to dead a best friend who was just here trying to check on her friend. This thing, you know, you're dead and your character's gone. They let her live, which I enjoyed. But I had to bring up Coco because she was here, but they really didn't let her shine in this role and give her any dimension. She was just, you know, the friend who was, and I'm not even going to say so much of like the friend with discernment, because a lot of the times it'll give omens like, girl, you better. She was like, oh, girl, you better stay there. How much money? What? And girl, and he fine. Girl, you better jump on that. But you know the what? I don't care who there. You better get some of that. Like, oh, okay, cool, Ashley.
Immediately when I saw Coco, I was like, okay, she's gonna sing. I was like, we can't have Coco Jones in the room and she's not gonna sing, because she's gonna be fine as well. I I said, okay, they brought the eye candy because Coco is beautiful. And we know she's capable. We know that Coco, I think, is like a Disney or Nickelodeon girl as well. We just saw her in Bel Air playing Hillary, did a great job over there, and then has had a lot of commercial success with her music as of late. So I was like, there's no reason you'd have her over here and she wouldn't sing a little ditty, do a little tune, have whatever. Again, I feel like this is just another opportunity where we could have explored more because I think she's capable of more, but she was really just kind of like a seat filler, which I mean, if we're going bar for bar housemaid, we really didn't need. We need to have a best friend if that's what it was going to be. Because normally, like you said, there'll be like a moral compass. They'll give a forewarning or like, hey, that's not a good idea. They'll be like the voice of reason in the situation or your defender. And Coco wasn't none of that. She said, all right, I'll be in the end scene with you at the recital talking crazy. I'll call you on the phone and take little, screenshots of this man and tell you how fine he is, girl. Because that's what the rich people do. They have open marriages. You fine, stay over there. But I was really hoping for more too. But I think Coco was great. I love her anyway. I think she did well with what they gave her.
I really hated that end scene, Ashley. They were all clapping. It's like, yeah, girl, you better play that piano.
Yeah.
I said, why do y'all keep doing this? Why?
Can't help themselves. I can't help it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat, Swing Man. Speaking of Mr. Perry, have no fear, y'all. Why did I get married? 3 is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. We will be here talking about it. Like, as far as Tyler Perry is concerned, I think the Why Did I Get Married franchise is like his magnum opus type energy at this point. Now, I don't know what that looks like. However many movies, what is it? What, 10, maybe 15 plus years removed from Why Did I Get Married to? I don't know what that looks like, but we'll be here to talk about it. You can't make, you need this money, Marcus. You can't. I don't know. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. I've been preaching for many years that Lucien was hot. Oh, is this the Marcus?
Marcus.
Mm-hmm. And no one believed me. I hope you have all come to my side now.
He's handsome, but he's fun sized as well. He kind of reminds me almost like a bootleg version of like Vic Mensa a little bit. Like there's something very similar to me, but he was cute. I thought he was cute. Little, yeah. Petite, but cute. Look, maybe he's not, but he looked petite.
That doesn't make it worse. Now, this was the draw for the film. You saw Lynn Whitfield and you saw this mask. And I bet everybody's like, oh, it's an evil child. It's an omen. It's Damien. It's an orphan. She's evil. You saw this mask because it was on the marketing of everything and every poster. And there's an expectation to deliver on the reasoning of why. Now, once we, leave hooking up down at the bar, we go on and we were teaching at a class and it's like, hey, you, Lynn Whitfield rolls up. I actively do not even have a slide for Lynn because when I saw Lynn, I said, oh, wicked mother, wicked witch of the West. We're about to be wicked. We're about to let her waddle and it's about to be Brandy, thin line between love and hate 2.0, but somebody's mama, she about to come through and wreck shop. We about to let Lynn cook. She was in the background. You never have Lynn singing in the background. She not a doo-wop pop chick. When you have Lynn Whitfield here, especially in the capacity of evil, wicked heifer, you utilize her. She's got my mother was a whore. We were supposed to be over there, a real whore. She traded me for $10 in the week. We were supposed to go. Now it's your turn to take care of me. We were supposed to be over there, Tyler. Since you got your degree and you know everything, and you're gonna put Lynn here, you're supposed to utilize her, and they didn't. Disappointed there, but Grandma Audra decides to hire Chloe to be a tutor. Now, when I went back because I was like, "Damn, Chloe, you doing a whole lot of other jobs. You the cook, you washing legs and feet, and you're doing a whole lot, ma'am." And it was like she did clarify, you're here in the capacity of a tutor, but you may have to do other miscellaneous jobs also. I was like, okay, whatever. But my issue was a lot of this movie was harboring on the connection that Layla's character had to Zuri, and I just did not feel it. this was the most where I thought we would lean into Housemaid, where you thought that little girl was just so wicked. You thought she had it out for Sydney Sweeney. Meanwhile, she had been, traumatized. She was trying to forewarn her of, baby, you really need to watch out. While you're over there with my daddy, you really need to be looking over your shoulder. And we would have her say like these ominous adjacent things that went absolutely nowhere. Like as soon as we meet Zuri, she goes, what the hell did she say? Well, if you die in your dreams, you die in real life. What? Okay. And it's, the ancestors, in the mask. And I was like, what? They were trying to have a connection, have Zuri have some type of connection into her ancestry. We do learn that this mask was from her father. I don't know why B-Rilla, the rapper, Partisan Fontaine, he keep getting called to be a posthumous rapper. Dead on sight, didn't even get a scene, just dead already.
Call the ambulance.
Been gone. He's been gone, and Zuri is apparently broken to the point of grieving that she wears this mask to feel safe, and she feels connected to him because he gave it to her before he went on a glory child, whatever. But you not only need to help her with her music, but maybe build a connection to where she feels, unguarded enough to remove that and be a young lady. All the while, of course, we're plotting and we have other motives, but I don't think we delivered on their dynamic. First of all, this little girl was beautiful. I love when she finally took this damn mask off. I was like, "Oh, you chocolate drop! Why you got to take this damn mask off?" Oh God, I hated it. But it was the mask situation was extremely cheap. It was just a way to like, "Ooh, what's that?" When we really didn't have an identity behind it or a purpose. It was a way to just maybe have us feel like, because baby, the way she was popping up like Freddie Krueger, I said, "Girl, what are you doing?" The way she was just floating around all ominous. And maybe to give us the idea, I'm like, but if you're going to do it, I want you to really commit to the idea that, oh, she's evil. We don't know what's lurking behind that little girl's eyes. Chloe, hide your valuables. Don't go to sleep because she's standing there. We kind of unfolded it as soon as we got there that, oh, okay, this is a little girl more so in harm's way. We should not be in fear of her. But Ashley, how did you feel about Lynn Whitfield, what we did with her, and also the relationship that we got with Mrs. Zuri and Chloe?
Yeah, again, even in all of which were immediate red flags, right? Because you're going to come here. I won't take no for an answer. And while you'll be her violin teacher, I'm going to need you some like housekeeping, some meal prep. I need you to serve those smoothies. You might have to rub somebody's 2,000 parts if they so need you to. Because when we got to that tub scene, I was like, listen here. I said, are you going in? Going in? Is that part of the job requirement? When she put the apron on, I said, okay, so you're here in a domestic capacity fully. And we have the South African cook, which I was here for that moment. I wanted to know more about her and if maybe that tied into the mask, but of course we didn't do that. Again, I like my Lynn Whitfield very villainous. I've seen her come off a role in The Chi. Recently watching the last season of The Chi, she was there. And again, very, very, very youthful, very effervescent over there. Very much had a younger man who was clapping them cheeks. So I'm used to Auntie Lynn kind of being over there in those streets now. But I really thought if we are going to have her be the villain, let's lean fully into the villainy because I think she shines there. And I think that would have been great to see. And unfortunately, it felt a little flat. And I think that's because, like I said, when it happened all at once. And it was so sudden and she was so evil and you didn't understand where that came from because like you go from this, my daughter, my granddaughter, I love them fully and I'm willing to do everything to now I don't give a damn if my granddaughter dies. That's actually my mission and I'm going to put it on you. So it felt out of the blue for me. Anyway, as far as the relationship between Layla and Zuri, I saw her trying, but really once Mr. Marcus entered, it really became about that ding-a-ling. It was no longer about that baby. That baby was an afterthought. When the baby comes in the mask after Marcus confronts her in the garden, she's like, well, we have a way of taking care of people. I said, okay, so she is the harbinger of doom. Like she's announcing the warning that you need to get the hell out of here because it's a problem. But then it wasn't that at all. Now, what I'm not mad at, because I think it could have gone somewhere, because if you look at it, you know, everyone in the movie is wearing a mask of some kind for whatever reasons. If we look at Zuri's mom, she's wearing her mask because she's also grieving and living in a delusion. Marcus is wearing this mask because he's nowhere near the husband or man that he needs or wants to be. Lynn is wearing this mask as a good mother, grandmother who's supporting the family. And Layla really doesn't know who she is. So she's kind of cowering behind that. So I can kind of get to some of the symbolism of it. And we have a conversation at one point where Audra's character and Layla are talking about Zuri and why she wears the mask. And, you know, she's hiding herself behind it. And she's like, no, I think she's protecting ourselves. And then we get some lore about, no, this is, you know, a strong tribal mask and the answer. And I was like, okay, girl, we're doing that. I honestly feel like the mask was clickbait for the thumbnail, but I do think it had potential to be something deeper. This was her empowerment. This was like her superpower, or what she felt like it was throughout it. For me, though, personally, if I walk into a home and the little girl has a mask, I'm walking back out because I don't know what you mean by this. I don't know what this serves. If you're gonna talk to me, I need to see I need you to look into my eyes and be able to look into yours, right? And see what's happening here. But I think everybody was wearing a mask, and maybe that's where they were going. But if they did, it didn't fully land. I'm just saying.
You are making fetch happen on a. You are making fetch happen. Ashley, Tyler Perry, her number is 555-555-555. Okay, if you need help with your script. That is not. They laced this goddamn mask here and tried to attach some type of spirituality. I thought from where we were going that there was a supernatural element.
I'm questioning, Tyra. Was this really horror? Like at the end of it, because Bay came in at one point and he started watching. He's like, "This is this is supposed to be horror." I said, "It gives more maybe thriller,
psychological thriller."
Oh, okay. Because I was like, it doesn't really give horror. I thought it was with the mask too. I thought it was going to be enchanted or haunted or something, but it wasn't.
That's what they set it up to be. They were pretending as if there was some type of supernatural spirituality aspect of the family or their lineage or something like that. And it just went absolutely nowhere. They set up all of these dumb building blocks and knocked them down so we could choke Chloe in a dark room. They didn't care to go and expound on anything. I was like, what? I thought that I kept waiting for like her to go to you know they love to go to a library, go to some old enchanted place, go look up something like, well, yeah, there's a history to that mask, or the mask immediately became obsolete. So I'm like, okay, so that supernatural element that it felt like, because everything that Lil Mama was saying when she was speaking, first of all, she was just ominous for no damn reason. I was like, girl, please, little girl. But whenever she had something, I guess, profound to say to Chloe that wasn't low-key omen of, girl, get your ass out of here. This is not the place that you want to be. These people crazy. It was so like spiritual, or like something hiding, or like something connected to an ancestor. Like I was like, okay, so we're gonna go nowhere. Cool, lies you tell. But if y'all, Ashley, you did your big one. You girl, You found it.
Maybe. And again, that's not proven in the movie. That's just what I'm thinking as I'm watching. That's all.
I just love how you, boy, won't he do it? Amazing. Now, this is where, first of all, okay, the way it pissed me off, it shouldn't have pissed me off so much, because at this point, Layla Chloe has been there teaching the babies, leading the babies, gaining more trust. She's starting, take off the mask. Maybe she cooking breakfast, da-da-da-da-da. Up until the point that we realize, I guess it ain't no photos or nothing of Marcus in his home. I don't know. When Marcus was rolling up and she realizes that this is the man that she was laid down with, and she put that mother mask on, girl, that made me so mad, Ashley. It made me so mad. I was like, what is that supposed to do? It was so stupid. Like, it's so many moments that are just like, what? Why would you have her do that? But she's just shaking to her core to the point of, you know what? This is just too much. I have to leave. Baby, you came to find me. What do you want? Money? You trying to destroy my life? Girl, I'm a married man. I'm a married man. What on the way? Like, it's like, well, I'm just getting out of here. Well, you know what? Wait, actually. it would just hurt Zuri too much. It might set her back. You know, I've heard about all the good things you've been doing around here. I need you to stay. At the point of this conversation, I said, "Oh, sir, if you just want some ash, just say that." I said, "I know what you're here for. I know exactly what you're here for because there's no other reason that this man will want you to stay here. But I just want the record to show. Don't ever have a situation where this scenario happens and you grab that damn mask and you put it on and you walk off." That was so dumb to me. It irritated my entire soul. From the moment that happened, I didn't want to watch the rest of the film. Ashley.
Girl, I said, because at this moment, any thinking person would just leave. Let me get my keys, let me get my duffel bag, and let me get up out these people's house. This has gone too far. Not let me think of something and put this mask on so I can serve this food. Girl, it's not your job. Just exit stage left and go somewhere. But maybe that was getting into maybe her naivete, her innocence. I don't know what that was, but it was very crazy and very silly. And then when we get out here and Mr. Marcus says, "Listen, what's she paying you? I'll pay you double." I said, "Oh, okay. This is pimps up, hoes down." Like, I see exactly what this. He wants a live-in, on-call cootie cat, right? That's what we're doing. And the fact that she just simply acquiesced to it, like she didn't have a life, a career, or anything before. And that's why we needed to spend more time in that broom closet, because I needed to understand why you were impoverished so that you don't feel like you have any other options but to stay in this very treacherous and toxic situation. Because those are the questions that need answers to me, baby. Because at what point did you decide that I'm going to sell myself to this family and to this man? I mean, I get he a little fine. He probably smelled good, Tyra. She probably ain't seen that, smelled that kind of money. You know, it smelled like money, looked like money, which was a farce. But yeah, it was very odd. It was very, very much, you're married and I'm outraged. And then not a couple of scenes later, you shooting it up in the guest house on the people's property. So it's like I was trying to reconcile really who she was. Was she this innocent, or was she just really a city girl who didn't give a damn? Because you see the wife there. Was it because the wife was mean to you and that made your morals kind of go out the window? Because him being married was supposed to be a big thing for you. That's why you acted. But 2 seconds later, we're Lord have mercy. You know, I don't know.
Lord have mercy. She's having a good old time. It was the way that, and we're supposed to go, and I guess fine, like, oh, so that's why as soon as he comes around, Zuri puts the mask back on because she felt unsafe. Like, because the way she popped up behind them like a serial killer, I said, Zuri, take that goddamn mask off. Take the mask off, Zuri. Oh, she would just pop up and say some of the most like Tetris. Yeah, everybody dies. Like, girl, what? Take that mask off when you run them facts to me. What? Girl.
Daddy said, magic, read your book. Go read your book.
Magic, read your book. This is where the movie wanted to leave the focus. We spent a lot of time here. We spent a whole lot of time here. And I'm not understanding why we wanted to pretend like Layla Chloe has some type of morale or some type of objection to, you know what, you're married. I didn't know on that night, but now that we're here and I'm working here, it just needs to be, he didn't have to work hard to get that coochie. Okay?
Not at all.
I was like, we need to know her. We need to know her. Now, I'm going to tell you this. That opening sex scene was one thing, but if you're going to spend time on long strokes and chokes, I suggest you do it correctly. I said, who stayed? It was very Tyler Perry. Y'all know Tyler Perry can't shoot a sex scene to save his life, but I was like, it is Malcolm D. Lee behind the camera. If you're going to go here, you need to commit. I didn't feel the commitment. Sex scenes were ass if you ask me, but still, they wanted to go there. So by the time, I guess, Layla gets it in her mind, he's a good trapped man, Savannah. We're still very married. And we're going to get to this wife.
In a bad situation.
He's just in a bad situation right now. He's begging on his damn knees and you let him get away, okay? Now, she just gets it up into her mind that, you know what? If this marriage or this relationship was so great, that woman, she's already mean. I don't really even like the relationship that she has with her own daughter. Like, oh, I need to wrap this man in my warm bosom. Or what? And we proceed to do this multiple times, all the way up until the point where he has a fixation with choking pills. We leaving bruises all up above the neck area that on many occasions we are covering and hiding with makeup. But we are walking around this home, living, breathing, talking, existing, all while sleeping with this woman's husband and not giving two damns about it. Now, I'm sure it's like, oh, she's young and maybe she thought like he was going to leave her or like, no promises were made. We were just giving up coochie. She is grabbing this man like he done been through the ringer. Oh, I figured just, oh, come here, bring it in. Like, oh, I needed more buildup of a backstory for him to like really have to convince her as to why you need to be sleeping with me under this roof with my whole damn family here, including my wife, my pregnant wife. Because if not, then it makes Chloe look like she was looking. I will say, as much time as y'all wanted to focus here and make sure y'all got them slow strokes and chokes in, you should have made sure that your script was stronger and that the acting was on point for Chloe instead of trying to, because baby, the skirts were skirted, baby, them skirts and little outfits, everything was cute. The body was bodying, which I love that. Chloe is beautiful. She has a great body, but let's make sure we have an acting coach on set. Let's make sure we're giving her enough takes to where she's getting the scenes right. Let's make sure our script is developed enough to where we care about what the hell is going on and what they're saying instead of getting in this shower, making it steamy. Ashley?
Yeah. She was tooting and booting. I mean, they were tossing it up in that guest house. And I said, you don't think there's cameras? Like, you are on these people's property. Like, that was the audacity of it all. Again, going from this very meek and mild school marm almost to now I'm busting it wide open in this guest room bed. And he's just coming in whenever he wants, leaving when he's out, and leaving marks on my body. I don't know why I thought those were hickeys. Those were from the chokes.
Because I don't know if it was some chokes or hickeys.
Either way, you feel it. And if he's doing it hard enough to leave a bruise, danger, girl. You don't have a safe word. Like, I thought we go from, again, very mild-mannered, very reserved, to now I don't give a damn. I'm tossing it out of every draw leg. I'm looking at his wife in her face, and she's clearly mentally broken, and I don't give a single damn. Again, I think this just goes back into character development and the fact that we really don't know who Layla is. We don't. Other than she plays the violin and she was a teacher and she lived in a broom closet. We don't know who else Layla was.
Keep bringing up that broom closet.
Because it's just, again, because we don't know. Again, and I'm thinking, like, did that poverty, that impoverished nature, is that what caused you to go so low? Is that what brought you over there? Because, I mean, it's one thing to sleep with a married man, but to do it in his home, but to do it while getting paid by his mother-in-law and wife, that's a whole nother level of treachery that we really need to discuss. Because what type of hoe are you? Like, really? And have you done this before? Because I fear this is a pattern. I fear you don't jump off the porch and this is your first encounter with a married man. I mean, because again, it takes a level of audaciousness. It takes a level of boldness. It takes a level of don't give a dams to carry on this way and smile in everybody's face, knowing you're getting cracked every night, probably multiple times a night by Mr. Marcus. I don't know. As far as, acquiescing to his sob story, I think that's par for the course. I think women fall for this BS all the time. But I think it's different when you meet a man outside of his family versus when you know who they are. Like, that's the part that I struggle with in terms of who her character is. And is Layla a good person? Is she?
No.
I'm saying
no. Not y'all saying you don't never. There are plenty of juicy love scenes that I love, okay? There's a difference between us just having sex in a scene and it looking coordinated and looking stunted and looking stiff. I don't even think we had an intimacy coordinator here. Like, it looked off. It felt off. There was one scene where he went to try to choke her. I was like, you don't choke nobody like that. I said, what is this? Do better. It's just, it wasn't clicking. They wanted to accentuate her body and they were focusing on that, not so much what we needed to be. If they were cooking, I would have said so, and they weren't. But I will get that list to you, TG. We're going to have top 10 Tyra's favorite sex scenes live.
I mean, go over there to Disappearing Acts. That's some immaculate hunting.
Baby, first of all, Wesley Snipes gonna give you some slow strokes every film. Juicy
Triple,
strokes.
double pump reverse.
Double pump reverse strokes. Every film. Okay,
It's gonna look good too. It's gonna look good.
Act like you know.
It's gonna look good. It's gonna be good. Just go to the 90s, really.
Really.
Jason's lyric was gonna deliver a believable, good sex scene. There's a lot of good black sex scenes out there.
Juicy. Now, how about who this woman? We don't know. We don't know. Beautiful woman, but we don't know. Now, I really, and I don't want to compare this to Housemaid, but just like we needed, because baby, the way he was working to like just be the most, yes, I'm just the nicest guy. My wife, she's psychotic, she's crazy, and oh, I'm just trying to keep it all under. No. We didn't have too much of that here, but out of time, said Jasmine. Over there with Denzel and out of time. Okay, we know. If you knew, here's
Sanaa, right? Sanaa and him over there. Yeah.
You have to have people in the scene who are comfortable and who are willing to commit. Like I said, with Chloe being fresh on the scene, as far as like, especially an adult type of film where it would require her to have this many smack scenes, she may have not been ready to jump off the porch just yet. Okay, because the way Kerry Washington, Kerry Washington gonna swallow. Okay, never mind. Back to this.
I was gonna say devil in a blue dress.
Girl,
on hitting her spot. Do you hear me?
The morning to the sun came up.
That's what Denzel said.
Denzel said, "Come on now, baby. You got come on now, baby. You got me hot up in here. Goddamn, you the only one. I don't see nobody else. Complain with me. Just let me smell it. Just let me. I ain't you the only one. I don't even see nobody else.
Denzel wiped his brow like.
I don't even know. I'm just not even confident because you know my husband's in the other room. Like, what? Not goddamn Gaga, Thea. Not goddamn. You done got me hot up in here. What? You done got me hot up in here. If I give you some of it, you might tell. So I ain't gonna tell nobody. You the onlyest one. You're the only one I see.
Listen, and that was steam heat, and all you saw was the top of her titties. But you believed
about,
it.
Exposure or nudity.
Believed it.
We ignorant.
And I kept on hitting her spot. That's what he said. That's what Denzel said.
The song came up. We gonna have that top 10. Make sure y'all roll up for the top 10 love scenes according to us, according to the collective. Now. Okay. Now, I didn't know whether or not she was a victim for a long time. And I feel like we were trying to really go back and forth with her character, much like Amanda over there in Housemaids, as to where is she crazy? Is this behavior justified? Because the way that she was acting from the moment that Chloe touched down, she wanted nothing to do with her. She wanted nothing to do with her. For a while, I thought she was in on whatever they were trying to do with Chloe because we knew that it was some type of manipulation, a game for them to have some type of ending of eventually it's financial gain, but we didn't know. But I thought she was very much so a part of it. Now, of course, she's pregnant. We're a fresh widow. We're not really reviewing the fact that old Marcus down here was your man's big manager, right? Mm-hmm. We went right over here with Marcus, and RIP to our man, and we're pregnant in the span of, I think they said he had died maybe 3 years ago or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Like, yeah. So in that span of time when we got to do that, for like majority of this movie, I thought Marcus was Lynn Whitfield's son. I did. I did, because for the dynamics that were happening here, that's what I thought. And I was like, oh no, this is your daughter. Like, I was like, oh, so that changes the entire dynamics around. But we would have these moments of her, giving attitude and I don't want you here. And maybe, it's pregnancy hormones and all of this. But there will also be moments where it felt like she had zero connection to Imani, and that Imani was just as in fear of her as she was of Marcus or Granny Linfield or whoever. It didn't feel like she felt safe with her own mother. And it didn't really feel like she was prioritizing protecting her. She felt like a very broken woman at times and very victim. And then we would get over into other scenarios like these here. And I was like, what? And I was like, was she groomed? I was like, what? Because at this point, this is where I was like, oh, we keep having these running themes of choking. you know. No, because first she finds her in her most vulnerable state when she isn't giving a damn attitude and rejecting her bringing her daughter a damn pancake when she's cleaning out her closet or whatever, and she wraps her hands around her necks and like she's about to choke her. And it's like, oh, you're so beautiful. I don't know at this point. I'm like, is it registering to you that, you know, you're sleeping with my husband? And I was like, does she have a problem with the dynamic? Does she know that Chloe's here in the capacity of being set up, but to set her up, I have to engage and sleep with her? Are you mad about that? Like, I don't know. But even at this point, it felt like she didn't know. It felt like she didn't know until she came to this tub and she noticed the hickey, choke, whatever marks on her neck. Like, oh, I know where those marks come from. That's my damn husband. But first we have the baby have the bee sting. And you have her outside. I was like, first of all, I don't know what allergic reactions that a lot of you guys. I was like, damn, I said, damn. Between the flashback that Chloe was having of her sister and her reaction to a bee sting or pollen or whatever the hell it was, I said, well, damn. Okay, baby, put her in a bubble. Then she goes up to the stairs to chastise her and almost makes Chloe roll down the damn stairs because she's this much in her face because you had her outside and she could have died. Then we're nice, nasty by the time, you know, come on in this bathroom and just talk to me. You know, matter of fact, first she said, run my bath water. It's like, okay, fine. Then we're rubbing her leg. We're washing her leg. Then she's placing her hand closer to her body on her stomach. And ooh, I was like, where is this going? How does this behavior correlate into your victimhood or your lack of relationship with your daughter, your relationship with Marcus, mainly your relationship with your own mother? I didn't want to go there because my ancestral cup has been filled. I can't take no incest. I can't. But how does the choking, the correlation of her behavior and why it felt like, because I was like, are you gonna try to give Chloe that cat? I said, do y'all do threesomes? Like, I just wasn't sure. So I didn't know where to place her. So by the time we got to the ending of the film, I was like, all of y'all can die and you just gonna walk out with the baby girl, right? Right? Because why are we saving the mother? It seems like she wants to be saved at times and she's broken. But I'm like, if you're broken and Lynn Whitfield is your mother and she's the mass manipulator of the entire thing, what has she done to you your entire life to get you to this point? Or get you to the point where you're with Marcus, or get you to the point where you're asking Chloe to rub you touch me on the inside part, make me feel good. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Ashley, what did you think about the beautiful Imani?
Oh, and beautiful. Anna Diop, gorgeous. Like, and they were bringing it up. She's definitely Starfire over in Titans. If you haven't watched Titans, go to HBO Max and watch it. It's part of the DC universe. And she's amazing over there. And so when she's over here, I'm like, okay, we are going to do something with her spectacular because she's capable as well. Not just beautiful, but she's actually a capable actress as well. And so I was excited. And then when we're getting all of kind of like the nice, nasty, and really more nasty than nice most of the time, I said, okay, she's a great accompaniment to her mother's villainy, right? Like that could be like a really, really good dynamic, and it just really felt flat. Like her extremes and her acting out seemingly is only a response and a reaction to her trauma, to her grief, and to all these things that she's endured, and not really any malicious motivation behind it outside of her being broken. No outside mission, which I think almost cheapened her character in this because I don't know. I think in this, I'm looking for, and whenever I'm looking at horror, you're looking for a true villain, whether it's revealed now, later, whatever, behind the scenes, you're looking for your character to have more motivation, and you're looking for it to make sense in the whole scheme of things. So a woman being raised by someone as formidable as Audra, aka Lynn Whitfield, you would think she wouldn't just be dingy. And you would think if there's a disparity in their relationship, it would have been evident since we meet them together. And what we got from them, really, we saw Audra's character step in and preserve Layla a couple times, but we never saw nastiness or disdain about her daughter sleeping till noon going. There was nothing critical even really spoken that would have given us a breadcrumb as to what the dynamic of their relationship was. And I agree. As far as like the bond and the closeness, you really would have thought that Audra was Marcus's mother and not Imani. So that was very, very interesting to me. As far as the bathroom scene, yes. I said, she wants you in that cat. I said, maybe she's one of those women who's willing to do whatever her husband wants. And maybe they've been down there before. Coco said it. Those rich people, they're swingers. They have open marriages. They do all these things, because it definitely gave invitation into my inner parts. It did. When that leg went, when the leg goes over, Tyra, too far to the left or too far to the right, and you want me to scrub on the inside parts of it, like you want me to, and Layla just doing it again. You need to make it make sense for me. Also, we didn't dive into how this relationship happened with she and Marcus when he had such a relationship with her ex-husband, who she's seemingly still in love with, grieving, but we still didn't even get that fully fleshed out. I think a Aaron Hall missing you moment, her gazing at his picture in the bed in the dark, would have done, hey, I still kind of am in love with that man. That was a real one. It would have done something to show why she's in the mental state that she's in, why she's behaving this way, and why she's blind to everything that her mother's been doing clearly for a very long time. Because for y'all just to drop this all in our lap, like my daughter was trash, she chose wrong, I paid all this money for her and she still turned out to be nothing. We got no lead up to that you felt this way about your daughter. And I guess maybe that was their cloak and dagger. But I think just in storytelling in general, things have to make sense and you have to build. You can't just throw that in our laps in the third act and we're supposed to be impressed by it. But she beautiful gown. She looks gorgeous.
Yeah, she
moisturized, beautiful.
Now I have seen commentary say that they were putting something into her drinks and her food this entire time to add to this behavior. If I didn't see it, it didn't happen.
What, the South African chef she was in on it too?
Yeah, well, I was waiting on some clearance because the way Chloe pissed her off when she dropped that plate, and it was very know your place. You will be, well, no, I'm just here to be a tutor. You will be working. Everybody here has a place and knows their,
And remember it.
It was very her alliance, if anything, would be with Lynn Whitfield as the matriarch of the house. But we didn't even tie that in. So
show us where y'all saw that at. Did y'all see somebody slip something in somewhere?
Let me see.
Let us sister know, because I ain't see it.
They were all really drugging her. Child, there y'all go, right in the show. I didn't see that.
Yeah, y'all have to tell me where y'all saw it happen, because I saw the late in the one, the chef was really the one, or the cook, she was really the one kind of, Layla, it's best for you to go. This place either kills people or does whatever. And So yeah,
warned her from the moment.
Did they say it at some point? Did Marcus and Audra say it in a conversation? Because where are y'all getting that? I don't know.
I'm telling you, when stuff not adding up, people just add stuff. They say this I guess this this green drink.
Okay, that's a smoothie though. What's in it? How do y'all know what's in it? I don't know, child. Teach me something.
I don't know. We're all here for it. If there's something that y'all can make it make sense that I miss, I would love it if it could add anything, because I don't have nothing for it. Let's see. The chef did say that place either. Yes, she did. It was very warning, like, get out of here before you slip even further. It wasn't giving so much.
Oh, because she was drugged at the end.
Well, yeah, I think that was for that one particular scenario. Yeah. I didn't get any inkling that she was being drugged throughout the film.
I didn't either. Not when she was very off them steps. She was very in her mind.
Very sound-minding body this entire film. Now, was she grieving or feeling some way? Sure.
Or depressed. Yeah.
They're absolutely depressed. But
she seemed like she had presence of mind to be mean and nasty the whole time.
Yeah.
Up to that point. I don't know.
No, it wasn't there. Y'all make it enough.
Sound good though, Hey.
Wonderful. Sounds wonderful. Because the way she was touch my stomach. I said, girl, why on the inside part? I don't want to touch you.
That's what she said. Rub that leg. Higher.
Now, this is where I fell out. Because I'm like, and I'm never going to say that there needs to be like an imperfect lead, or she has to declare some type of innocence for us to care about Layla in this dynamic. But it's like, yeah, you know, I've been hitting that on a regular basis. Like the audacity, regardless of how this heifer has been treating you, and who knows, it could have been valid the whole time because, baby, I've been new. You've been over there trying to stick it in a sinking place with my husband, okay? But they roll over one night, said, "Girl, it's just me and you. You know, what we have is real deep. You know, it's more than just what we share between these four walls. You know, it's more than just me choking you. Like, you just really understand me and get me. Matter of fact, I want to help you with your career. You know, we got some people pulling up at my baby shower for my unborn child. You know, it's gonna be some big names there. And I just feel like you should be there, you know, to play some soft, elegant, and it's an opportunity. I believe in you. You can do it. But what if I'm just pregnant? No, baby, it's all about you. Come on, girl.
Come on.
She gets her happy ass out there and does it. I said, girl, heifer?
This is my one shot. You only get one shot. Do not.
I could give a damn about what's going on. This is bold as hell. Are we supposed to side with you or feel some type of way? Baby, when she realized that plane was not what she thought it was going to be, and it was cracked, and found that note said, "Ho, I know what you've been doing. Ho, I know what you did last summer." I said, "I know." The North remembers. She's like, and goes over there, tries to attack that woman. I said, "Girl,
yeah, pregnant? Nah, she didn't give a damn."
I said, "Ho, get your ass out of here." I said, "Put her ass out. Throw her raggedy duffel bag on the front stoop." I said, "Are you crazy?" The way it was just like, I just can't believe. It's like, you know what? I think it's best that you go. Lynn comes in. Oh, I'm so disappointed in you, Lynn. You know what? It's best that you just leave. You just got to go. And I was like, what? Did you think, who did you think you were? And she's just like disappointed. Like, this was my chance. Like, she really blew my opportunity out. All I did was fuck on her husband. Like, how could you do this? I didn't know. I'm like, are we supposed to be rooting for Chloe and feeling sorry for her in this dynamic because she's being taken advantage of sexually? Or like, no, I mean, you're a very willing participant. You're there at your own omission. You're laying with this man on a regular basis every night, living your best life, smiling in these people's face, taking care of Zuri, skipping on down to the school, going back home, and you could give a damn. The moment you're confronted with, "Ho, I know what you're doing," and you're asked to leave, you got the nerve to fold your arms and be mad? Ashley?
Girl, first of all, it's ridiculous. First of all, as someone who's played violin for 7 years, I played violin for 7 years, private lessons, okay? There ain't no way you ain't feel something wrong with your instrument when you picked it up. And so then to proceed and start playing and then act surprised, shocked, and in awe, girl, I don't believe you. I don't believe you're a violinist, madam. But outside of that, this was just really crazy as hell. But again, you have to have unmitigated gall to do what she was already doing. But the fact that you're not only ruin your one shot to shine and do all the things that you want to do, because that one white lady in the audience was your ticket on, you know, your golden ticket to somewhere, that you decide to bum rush a pregnant woman at her affair, that is crazy as hell. And this just lets us know how untied that Layla really was. And again, this is not who was presented to us or who we were built up to even know or understand. And I think if we could have fleshed out her nature, her character, because if she was just a cutthroat heifer who just wanted to be somebody, go somewhere and pay attention, I could respect it. I could get behind it. I say, okay, I know who she is. I know her motivation. But for someone presenting the way that she did up until this point, that's crazy as hell. So you had a break. This was a psychotic break that you had. But I can't even say that because you're screwing this woman's husband in her house and then mad that you got caught. It's crazy as hell. That's a male spirit that you done picked up. And I don't, it's a male spirit that you done picked up, girl. I don't know where you get that from or what you thought the result of beating up this rich pregnant lady was going to be. Girl, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. And then what made it worse, the conversation after, I thought so much better of you. But yeah, you're going to finish these next few weeks and get her ready for the rest. Give me, I am not your slave. Is this slavery? Is this indentured servitude? Girl, leave. Exit stage left. This was crazy as hell. And the way Marcus was sitting there looking like a dick, like, well,
you gotta go. You say you gotta go.
And at this point, still no idea, girl, that they not for you. And you're going to continue to work for them weeks after to prepare Zuri for her recital. Okay. All right. Okay.
After she almost took that tumble down them steps when Imani was in her face, after she got gripped above the neck and it wasn't sexual, baby, she had enough warnings on top of warnings to know I might need to get my ass out of here, and she chose to stick around and stay. That's why I needed that relationship between her and Zuri to be a little bit stronger, because please make it seem like you're staying for Zuri. It felt like it at first, but eventually you were staying for this man. Okay. Now, okay.
Very new age hoe. All that.
New age hoe. Now, in the midst of us picking up and dropping Zuri off, we have this lingering woman in the background trying to get her attention. All the way down to the point that she tries to bum rush her in the bodyguards, and she's like, "No, just let me touch her. Just let me talk to her." Oh my god! And then, as if we didn't already know, we find out that this is B. Ruler's Partisan Fontaine, whatever his name is here, all the same to me. This is his mother. And I was like, what? The mother comes to do her spew. No, you can't leave. You can't leave now. You're the only person there who can get close enough to get evidence. My son, he didn't die of no overdose. It's that family. Apparently, all of this money and all of the husband's belonging, wife be damned. Everything was left to Zuri. And I feel like there's something going on, and you got to be there to protect her and also find proof that they did something to my husband. Go in there and figure it out, Chloe. This did not amount to a whole lot, I wish the build-up was a bit better. I was not shocked by who she said she was, but I was just thinking, as the grandma, are you having that type of connection? Do you not have any other avenues outside of Layla and the power of her coochie to gain access to Zuri or that home? Can you not hire a lawyer? Like, is there no money? You look like you're living well. Like, that was like, I just need you. Text her, stalk her. It's me. It's B. Ruler's mama. I need you to come to my house so I can tell you what's really going on. Chloe's full. She's like, oh, I gotta protect Zuri. I gotta put me first, Lucius. I gotta go back down to that house, even though all this stuff then popped off. I mean, I guess so. Ashley, did you feel anything for this plot that I felt like went absolutely nowhere? The quicker that we spoke to her, the quicker that conversation was cut down into nothing.
No, babe. We saw Auntie Mother from Supreme's Earl's All You Can Eat, who she does a great job. She actually was in the Heat of the Night, girl. I'm watching In the Heat of the Night. She was in a couple episodes in the Heat of the Night. Auntie has been acting in this game since the 70s, since the 80s, and I think she deserved more in this role. She's capable. But no, it was like, that crazy old lady. She's, always an elderly person there to give warnings and to shine some light on some things, right? This was such a throwaway mission because Layla did nothing with this information afterwards. I mean, let me listen a little bit closer, but girl, that's not a red flag for you. That's not, hey, maybe I need to extricate myself from this situation quickly and expeditiously. That doesn't give you anything, but we did get to see Coco as well because my girl's going to go on my mission with me and we're going to sit in Auntie's house and hear the whole story about they killed my baby. They killed my baby. I just feel like it could have been deeper and we could have went further. This felt just like, let's just do it. Let's just do it.
I knew she was the grandma. I wish she was someone else. Or this is when I first saw her, I was hoping like, oh, we really go off into more of a supernatural aspect with this family and what they're doing. And she's like trying to warn Chloe, or like, I used to work at that house. Or it's like, no, she's just the grandma. She just B. Ruler's mama. Okay. It was Coco that, girl, I don't believe that. Girl, that's crazy. If you don't go down there to that house and work for them people, I said, all right. All right, Chloe, we're gonna stay. We're gonna keep staying here. I don't know. I said, girl, what's the police not? Like, what are you looking for?
Girl, something just popped. I don't know. That was an odd sound. Are you here? I don't know. Go ahead.
Something just popped.
I just heard a pop. Snap, crackle, pop. I don't know what that was. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Lord. Okay, and as if there wasn't enough going on. First of all, Chloe, I need you to be a little bit more on your toes when you're going to seek out evidence. That scene where she went to go look back in that pit and they've just been letting her travel all over the room. I say if it was something of this, this importance in here, like you just letting her and a snake in her face. She said, oh, I said, Chloe, Chloe, please. But we get the evidence that we came here for, okay? But it's not enough. We hear some kissing and some come hithers in the next room. So who could it be? It's Lynn Whitfield. We're legs to the moon. I said, oh God. The way Chloe lingered, I said, girl, if you want to join, just say that. The way she lingered, I said, girl, do you want to get caught? She stayed here watching them for so long. I said, do you not understand? What part of you does not understand that your life is in jeopardy? First, we linger here till the goddamn cows come home. Then by the time she decides that she wants to cut out, because Lynn said, she said, choke me. I said, choke me. And I'm like, okay, this is not making any goddamn sense. The daughter has made it very clear when it comes to Chloe that, like, okay, yeah, I really know what's going on, especially with my husband. He's a choker. He loved choking a bitch. He loved that. But you've only been in each other's vicinity for as long as, I'm guessing, you've been Berilla's manager or whatever for him to even be indoctrinated to the family to even later become her husband when he's passed. So at what point did choking become so regulatory for you that it's familiar with the daughter, with Marcus, and with Chloe, and it didn't feel like something that he was making initiative to do. It felt like learned behavior. Like, I'm doing this because this is what she likes. And I've been doing it shit to the daughter. I've been doing it to Chloe too. And I'm like, but if it's that, then you should, that's why I was like, this is, I can't have to remind myself this isn't her son. Imani is the son. So I'm like, were y'all sleeping together in the past? At what point did you start sleeping with her? I felt like they wanted us to think that they were sleeping together all along. And then once Partisan Fontaine's character dies, we need this money. I'm leaving here with something. I need you to go and lay the full court press into my own daughter so we can, or whatever. Like, it needed to make sense, but it just felt like they wanted to, yep, he over here spreading wild with Lynn too. I was like, oh, I just needed it to go somewhere. But this happens. Of course, Chloe don't leave quick enough. We get downstairs and magically, I said, girl, why are you drinking anything at this table? I don't care if it is water. we didn't put Imani to sleep. We eventually are putting Chloe to sleep, and then we get into this diabolical plot and plan. We sought you out personally because you have that death with your sister, and we wanted you to be here to not only teach and build a relationship with Zuri, but also fake it like you've built such a tie to Marcus, I'm understanding, that you not only try to take out yourself, take out Imani, and take out Zuri, all because what, you couldn't have Marcus? I needed it to make sense so we can eventually get this money that's all been left to Zuri, left to us. Okay, convoluted, but right, whatever you're writing. Direct Malcolm, Tyler Perry. I don't know. Ashley,
girl, I don't know. It was the let me eat that cat. Like, let's hike up that leg. I said, there's no way. Like, we're not about to do. Mr. Marcus is not about to do this to Auntie Lynn Whitfield on the screen. Show me how much I'm worth it. I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's just so, oh my God.
What'd she say, Ashley?
Show me what I'm worth. Show me it's worth it. Get out here and eat this gnarled great cat. It's too much. It's too much. And I don't know if Tyler, especially, and I know he just produced this, he gets a kick out of like changing our greats that are remaining. He wants to defile them in some way. And I like, we're trying to leave a legacy and build wealth and all of those things. But my God, I don't want to see her drawers around her ankle. I don't want to see her leg hiked up. I don't want to see him munching down on that cat. I don't want to see Chloe standing in the hallway rubbing her décolletage. Like,
was she?
I don't know. I'm being dramatic. I don't know. But
she lingered there for a long time. I was like, girl, what did you see?
Yeah, because like, you heard enough. You saw enough. It's like, and you had your cute little two-piece sweatsuit on. Like, girl, just go home, run. And they're having, conversation. You're going to get this baby I promised you, this son that I promised you, which to me meant that their relationship predated his relationship with Imani, and that she used Imani to produce this heir because my 80-year-old ovaries, womb, whatever, can't give you that. It's chalk dust at this point. They're powdered eggs. There's nothing that can come from my loins to you, sir, that's going to bring forth life. And that's his first disaster. I want to know how much dingling costs, Tyra. Because why are you over here in that? Why are you over here, young man? And I get the elders want representation and they are still very virile and sexual and they want that represented. But why does it always have to be the young ones with them? Why can't there be like some age appropriate love scenes that they can get over in their world? This was just a twist out of everything. And so for me, if Imani was just put to sleep, was their intention to keep her alive, give birth to the baby, then they were going to kill her later?
Yeah.
Or, okay, that was the plan.
Did you get something else?
No, I didn't know at all. So I figured, because I was like, Imani's going to live and she's going to recall the story and remember, oh, Layla went into a fit of jealous rage and she took out my daughter and all of that. She'd made a mistake before and now we have it documented. For me, it's just the fact that Layla still lingered and allowed them to catch her and make her attend a dinner after that. And I fear it's because she sat there being titillated by this elder corn situation. I don't know. I did not like it. I did not enjoy that. I want to see Lynn in roles that are worthy of her. And I just really felt like this was real gutter bucket and debased is what I felt like. Real gutter bucket. But I mean, I'm not mad at the, okay. The other part that I struggled with here was the fact that your already delicate and sensitive granddaughter who's done nothing, you're willing to kill her. Actually, your whole plan is to kill her, and it's been that way the whole time.
Predatory, because it's like she always wanted a boy or a son, or it got weird. It got really weird because it's like, oh, you just bump Imani. She never amounted to much. We gonna go on, put her to sleep, Sleeping Beauty. You almost about to dump that child off, and then you and I, baby, we can walk off to the sunset like we always planned with that sun in this air. What? I don't know. The plot was a hot stinking mess. Child, the way I was like, Chloe, whatever happens to you, it needs to happen. Because why are you sticking around? Why are you sticking around? I saw y'all. I saw you with her. Okay. Yeah, we bet you did because you stood there. Now we get into the hot mess of the third act. I just needed it to be over. It's just you kept thinking it was over and it just kept going. It just kept going. Now we get to Layla saving the day, girl. That scene with Layla. It's like, yeah, take her out. She's like, yeah, this isn't going the way that we needed it to. We're gonna set you up over here with the driver / hitman for him to go set you up, give you your death becomes her treatment, and make it look like you just took all the alcohol and all the pills and just drove your car off until whenever. We're gonna poison Zuri, get her EpiPen all inactive by poisoning her food, but we're gonna save Miss Mama upstairs to have this baby. Fine, baby. When Chloe got kidnapped and had to escape via that EpiPen and stabbing that man in the eye and cross, it was comedy. It was so funny. It was so bad. But fine. Chloe gets away. Here walking in slow motion. I said, girl, why would you ever give Marcus any time to whisper anything to you? She forced me. She's been controlling me. I was like, Lynn probably knocks her ass out, rightfully so. Child, between this act going the way that it did, us going to semi-rescue Zuri said, wait. I listened to my ancestors. It told me not to eat their food. I did not eat their food. I am alive. I said, okay, Zuri. It's all right. She's alive. She did not eat their food. So Marcus is spending all of this time trying to capture Chloe / capture Zuri because Lynn said it ain't over. You go catch her ass and kill her. You go kill that kid. It's like, well, I'm just not sure. Get over there and do it, you wimp. I said, all right. He goes over there. By the time Imani wakes up and she's trying to make her way big and pregnant down them steps, I said, girl, please go sit your ass down. You have been useless thus far. Don't try to do anything heroic. Between that and Lynn coming to try to like, okay, well, where's the evidence? Where's this? I need that. But she made it seem like her priority was, of course, the baby in this man, in this relationship. Baby, she shoots him like it's nothing. So yeah, you never amounted much. We were always weak. Bop. Beating the mess out of Chloe with that damn violin, crushing them fingers, hilarious. This was just comical, and I didn't know what y'all wanted me to do with this. I could have done without it. I feel like the movie should have ended really, really before the chandelier came crashing down, if you ask me. But Layla saved the family. Yeah.
No, that was just a happy turn of events. She did nothing to save the family. She made everything worse, actually, as a matter of fact. Now, as far as Imani coming down them stairs in them slick shoes, I was annoyed, because why do you have them slick back shoes in your own marble staircase house? That's dangerous anyway, just not even pregnant. Why are you coming down in those pointy toes, slick back mule shoes? They pissed me off in the first place. And they were just bedazzling, picking up all the what's going on?
Oh.
And then for me, when Auntie Lynn pops Marcus and says, "Oh, you feel like a real man now?" I was like, "Not you jealous? You're jealous? Like you're jealous? You jealous hoe? You jealous elder hoe? Like you're jealous? Like what are we doing?" And then you have the villain from Damn the Matrix.
It's Mr. Anderson.
Yes. What the hell? I was like, why is he so villainous and strange with the stunner shades and the suit? I was like, all right, whatever. Like, okay, girl. And you got out. You hid those EpiPens everywhere. See? Aha. Like we got something for you. Zuri not eating the weird hominy or polenta or whatever that was very strange meal anyway. I wouldn't have eaten it either. Convenient, but I'm glad the baby got to live. But no, this was, I think Mother Audra, Auntie Lynn, just absolutely doing the most in her feelings. She killed her own self. Well, she didn't even die. So she's the one. She's the reason. Now, if Layla had went over there and tipped something and gave a real effort, she didn't. She just stood there and, got beat up.
I thought she was going to come down the stairs. I thought she was going to say, "Darnell, I got your little nappy head in here." I thought she shot up. It was like a old Acme Looney Tunes. Pow, pow. It was like Yosemite Sam. Pow, pow. The chandelier fell down. It's like,
yeah, girl, you did nothing. You didn't even pinch her. Layla did nothing to save the family.
If she hadn't intervened, technically, Zuri could have went to the upper room. Or
she did smash somebody or bump somebody at one point, but that was about it.
She did her big one.
I just don't believe it. Now, because listen, Chloe is a healthy young woman, cornbread fed, if you will. She's got some power behind her. She got some power in them hips and in them thighs alone. So she could have booty bopped. Listen, Audra is a fragile elder woman. There's no way she, in her heels on them slick marble floors, there's no way she kept her grounding and footing like that. Girl, you could have just bowed into her, knocked that down. She would have broken a hip and it would have been over. When you get to a certain age, osteoporosis is a real thing. Vitamin D deficiency is a real thing. Bones break easy.
Right? Chloe was doing an interview and she was talking about how Lynn Whitfield was like, "Baby, if you hit me, I'm not gonna break. I'm a train. She's like, hit me. Like, she's like, she really went. She's like, I was scared. I didn't feel comfortable hitting Miss Lynn Whitfield. So maybe she was trying to restrain herself from really, I don't know. I don't know, but
them bones aren't the same. Their bones are not the same. There are research studies. Your bones get fragile. That's why when the elders fall, it's so dangerous and critical. It is, and I'm not even being funny. But
I'm falling and I can't get up.
You remember the commercial? That's why the Life Alert bracelets and things like that. But also, seriously, you hear how many elderly people fall and break a bone and they don't make it. It is hard. All she had to do was do a kick, a bump. Like, she has all of her horsepower is below the waist. Chloe could have gone bar for, we can go bond for bond, in my opinion. Ain't no 80-year-old woman finna whoop me. It's not gonna happen. I promise you.
Actually, that's enough. Now,
Done.
just when you think it's over, it's not. We saw that oversized, gigantuan chandelier fall and smush Lynn to smithereens. Now we're down. I don't know why we would be anywhere being celebratory with Missouri and the likes of Imani, and the girl was like, girl, what? But they were very like, oh, we're walking away from this. I just didn't get the feel that that poor pregnant lady needed to be saved. I'm sorry, I didn't have a connection with her. But fine, Zuri down here doing her big one at the recital. But Chloe's just so affected. She just feels like, oh my God, did I see her back there? Is Lynn Whitfield whole ass on the back row clapping? After that roll runner ass chandelier fell on her, it's like, oh no, it's just in my mind. Then the credits roll. But aha, you got up too soon, didn't you? We're rolling her ass away, and she's alive. I said,
I'm telling you, it's God is. That's the next part. It's gonna be like, it's God is. She's gonna have somebody doing her bidding and working for her while she laid up in traction.
Don't piss me off. The way it was so cheap. I said, oh my God, this is really a Looney Tunes cartoon. The way they zeroed in on her eye opening and in the shot, immediately close shot, like, aha, you thought it was over. Part 2 is coming. It's like, please, to do what? Please don't. Unfortunately, this is not something that I would look forward to any additional moments, unless it's Lynn somewhere else trying to break down another family and we get an entirely new cast. I'm not interested. Ashley, she's still alive.
I'm still alive. I just, yeah, it's, you know, in the recital of it all, and Coco in the audience, and Layla seeing more hallucinations now because she's healed from her little sister wound that they barely touched on, but she's healed from that now. But now I'm being haunted by the ghost of Audra's past, who's not really past, who's yet alive, and she's going to exact her revenge because you owe me. I'm never going to be broke again. I did a lot for damn Imani. And Imani was such a disappointment. Will I watch a season 2? Girl, probably. You know what I want, Tyra?
What?
I just really want really good quality Black shows or movies. And I really want people to watch those, right? That are really good, because there are really, really good Black TV and movies, but people don't watch those things. No. That's what I really want. But I think as many DMs and messages as I personally received, and I was out of commission for that little time to watch this and talk about it, there's people want to watch it. People are entertained, and it was, but a part 2, I'll probably watch it. I'll see, just to see what happens. Maybe out of pure curiosity, I would watch. But it's definitely a setup. And knowing the way Peacock works and works with Malcolm D. Lee, he probably already has a 4 or 5 project deal because he did the series over there. He's done this. He probably already has a green light. Probably already working on a part 2.
Well, isn't that peachy? Y'all, that was the movie. Anything else you want to add about this film, Ashley, before we get out of here?
No.
Actually, no. I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna second Ashley's notion. I really don't mind something that's so bad is good that we come here and have a really good time. I think Housemates is a situation where it's so bad is good and you by proxy have a good time. This lies somewhere in the middle where I couldn't really choose either or. And if we're going to come back for part 2, learn from those mistakes and do better. I would prefer that we wipe the slate clean and Lynn is somewhere trying to maneuver her way into a new family. And we just let Lynn be the catalyst. Let Lynn be the lead and the central focus. Like, I would love a little Wicked Lynn series. I would watch the hell out of that. Because she, it's tropey, but she does it so well. Like, that's what we know her for, that and her being Miss Josephine. But, yeah, that's, okay. Why y'all keep asking about From? I've seen more people asking about From than the amount of people who were actively in the live during the From discussion. I had no clue that there were so many people in the wings waiting all about From. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm gonna say it for the last time. If and when you are enjoying something, we don't roll up to. We don't roll up here for our health. I personally don't. We roll up here to have a good time. We roll up here for productivity. We roll up here to have a key and talk about the latest film and this and that. But if it's something in the capacity of a series and you want us to keep coming back talking about it, do not wait until you don't see it on the docket to voice your opinion about how it was so important and how, oh man, I was really, I really was looking for you and Ashley and that man. I ain't never seen you, bruh. Not you, Andrew. I ain't talking to you. I'm just saying in general. I ain't never seen you. I have never seen you. A lot of the times, if it's not that, we're not going to make it a priority. If and when we decide to discuss a new up-and-coming show, especially a show, because this is a one-time thing. A lot of you come for, episodic things, and it's like, damn, where did that go? Damn, where were you when we were talking about it? If there is no engagement, if there is no fanfare, if there is no support, we are going to drop it, even if it's the last 2 episodes. Ashley, is there anything that you'd like to share?
Yes, tomorrow night, Friday, we are going to be talking live about The Polygamist.
Yeah.
You guys have seen my review. My review has been up for a couple weeks now, but Tyra has since watched it, and we will be getting into all of the Joyce, Esi, Matipa, Mpume. We are getting all into the South African drama on tomorrow night, and I cannot be held responsible or accountable for the things that may come out of my mouth tomorrow night. So be there or be square, 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I've been wanting to talk about this to somebody who talks back. So it'll be a good time.
I watched it, y'all, all 20-some episodes, and I'm ready to talk about it because it stayed with me on the inside part, and it needs to be discussed. I don't know if you have enough time to get caught up and watch The Polygamist. If you haven't seen it already on Netflix, go watch it. It's worth every bit of your time. When I was talking about hot, stanky, campy telenovela mess that's so bad it's good, The Polygamist is very much so that. Go over there. But, child, that's all I have to say on that matter. Thank you guys so much for watching. We support those who support us, and we will definitely be back soon, ASAP, with more content.
We appreciate y'all. Good night.
So big word, Lord, have mercy.
I keep pausing like I do. 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 All those love energies, you can get up in between. You're trying to get a piece of me. I can teach you the perfect. Why you looking at me like anybody you know? Trying